Hey guys, Nestler Magic here, and in case you haven't noticed, Aether Revolt is going to be coming out in, well, just a little bit, a couple weeks really, and I thought, hey, before spoilers come out, people like to overanalyze the crap out of what we know so far. Now, I'm way too lazy to read the story, maybe sometime in the near future, who knows. They made them really long this time, in my defense. It's basically a Harry Potter book, so what I am going to go off of is the one single image we have. I don't think anything else has been leaked except for maybe the set symbol, but other than that, this is what we have to go off of. So, as you can see here, let's just break down. We're gonna have some airships. Okay, they're pretty much everywhere. I am going straight up NFL on this. Here we go. Yeah, and they're gonna come in here. They're gonna blitz the quarterback. This one's going this way. He's gonna run a route. He's gonna come over there. But basically, I think that means vehicles will be back. I mean, it's not necessarily true, but they tend to take mechanics like that and make them work for the entire block. You know, the really, really unique stuff, you can usually pick it out, but vehicle is not even like a mechanic, it's like a type. So I would think that vehicles are coming back, and it looks like they're going to be airships. So just, expect more airships, especially since I believe they're fighting the console and they own a whole bunch of them. It makes sense. So this guy right here, we've got an automaton. That's pretty cool. So expect to see a couple more cool automatons. They'll probably be fighting on the side of the Aether people or whatever. I think it's the oh god, I forgot the name of the race. The Smurf Cats, the blue guys from Avatar. They're gonna be fighting against them, I believe. Chandra, she's all pissy because I don't know, they don't let people use fire powers, whatever. Firepower. Pyromancy. Now the other cool thing is, check this out. I'm looking forward to this. Boom, equipment potentially. Now, whenever you see something like that, or honestly like this, is it equipment or is it just what the character will be holding on the card? Assuming they're even a card. Like, we're making a ton of assumptions here. I think that they will add in some more equipment. I really do. Just because, that's what people craft. I mean, you're either crafting vehicles, or you're crafting automatons, or you're crafting equipment. And honestly, I thought Kaladesh was a little bit equipment light. I mean, in my equipment deck, most of the equipment, if not all of it actually, came from earlier sets. The stuff like, the Staff of the Cultists or whatever, complete garbage, totally unplayable. So I think they're going to improve it vastly. So look forward to that. I mean, I might be able to make some improvements to make my equipment deck a lot better. Now, the other thing is, if you look right here, that looks like just raw ether, or aether. It's pronounced ether, but for various reasons, they kind of screwed it up and spelled it aether. Basically for translation reasons, like if you don't put in the Greek letter, then you don't use the Greek pronunciation, except you kind of do if it's assumed that's, what they were going for. I'm just going to keep saying whatever I feel like at the time. Anyway, it looks like it's blasting out of here, just free for everybody, so that's kind of weird. I really should have read the storyline, but I think that there's going to be a card that says, like, for each Aether counter your opponent has, they take 1 damage. Or for each one that you have, do this, without actually having to spend it. That would kind of encourage you to save it up, but it's not that hard to get like 10 to 20 energy going, so that might be OP. They might not do something like that, but it seems really cool, because, I don't know, it's just a new way to use energy, basically. Now, right here, you can see we got a whole bunch of fire going. Oh my gosh, Chandra's gonna torch some stuff. Whether she'll return as a planeswalker, I seriously doubt that, because, well, not pictured here, but we have a Johnny showing up, and, I don't know, a couple other people from the past, so that'll be kind of cool. I think they'll be the planeswalkers shown. I think she'll be on some cards, but I don't think that she'll actually be a planeswalker. Pardon me, I just had to correct their ridiculous light balance. It didn't work at all. I think they did it for the purposes of overlay. We need to go deeper, though. A lot deeper. Okay. So this dude right here, kind of missing an arm there, Like, how's that working? How's he still gripping that? Like, what's going on with him? If he's an automaton, that's kind of weird, but if he's, like, Aetherborn, that's even weirder. So that's just something interesting I saw. Now, something even more interesting, this guy's wearing a tiara, okay? A tiara. Like, the manliest headgear known to man. I mean, Wow, that is really something. So I think that what you can glean from this is definitely that there's a new hot topic opening somewhere in Kaladesh. I don't know where. Where else would he get something that weird? I mean, maybe some of the other staple jewelry stores, but where else would somebody go in there and be like, "Huh, I'm gonna wear that ironically"? I mean, come on. Plus, I mean, a cape. Like, I honestly don't know if they sell capes, but I feel like they would. Now, one more noteworthy thing to notice is, well, the return of, oh yes, Pyromancer's goggles. I'm happy about that one. Just kidding, I hate that card. I lost a ton of money on that investment. Or not really lost, I lost out on. I sold them at the wrong time. I owned about 100 of them. I usually don't speculate on cards, but I was so certain that that card was going to be amazing. But when it spiked like $1.50, I sold them all off because I thought, oh, it's been long enough. There's no way it's going up higher. And, then they hit like $10. So that was awesome. But she's wearing them. There we go. Confirmation they're coming back. Now, there's something else I want to draw your attention to, and this one might look familiar to the longtime gamers. Check this symbol out. Now, it's pretty similar to this one, right here, the little sigil on the building, whatever that may be. But it's like upside down, it's a little bit different. And I think they're two completely different things. In fact, I've seen that symbol before. Guess what it is? Oh, the energy sword from Halo 1 and 2 and probably onward, but I didn't play past that. Boom, Master Chief confirmed. So let's just add him to the photo. There we go. I'd give it an 85% chance, maybe 87% chance that he'll be in the game. I mean, yeah, you got some licensing issues, but, such is life. Honestly, he doesn't look like fantasy enough. Let's just give him like a little hat. There we go. Oops, might help if I actually put the layer on top. There we go. Let's see. Just give him like a necklace. Whoops, I'm drawing on his layer. Give him a necklace. There we go. A little talisman. And I do a cape, but that seems hard. Let's give him a belt though. Maybe like a little, like a potion right there. Give him some boots. There we go. Because, see, you can't just drop Master Chief onto a card. Okay, that's confusing. People would be like, what are you doing? You gotta, role play Dungeons and Dragons-ish him up. You gotta go Old English. Classic Wizards, that kind of stuff. And you can't just be like, oh, he's an automaton. We all know he's not. Okay, we've all played Halo. He just looks like now he's gonna go clubbing in some children's PBS show. But hey, he's happy to be in Magic. Now, here's the part that's going to totally blow your mind, okay? So, you guys see this window right here, okay? It looks kind of weird, kind of standoutish. It's, clearly facing you, the viewer. And I thought, there's got to be something there. And this is like a ridiculously high-resolution image. So, I went and chopped it out, enhanced it a little bit. I mean, looks like a window, right? Until you bring up the lighting settings. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even believe it. There it is. I mean, and I was like, what the hell is that? Like, that looks really familiar. And then I was like, wait a minute. That's Wedge's face photoshopped onto a Chansey from Pokemon. Like, what the hell? And I know some people, when they see this, they're just like, what the hell? Like, I don't get it. I'm confused. Like, why is this a thing? Why does this exist? Why did somebody Photoshop that and then tweet it out a couple months ago? I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, it's there though. It is there. There it is. You're looking at it. You can't deny it. Now this is even wilder. Okay, so I didn't keep this, unfortunately. I did blow it up, enhance it, and then I accidentally closed the file without saving it. That was stupid. Don't really want to do the work twice. But this boat right here, if you zoom up on it, right there, they actually have like a license plate, because the console, they want you to register everything. They had a honk for Hillary sign. Okay, and I'm like, well, honk for Hillary. All right, that's a little bit weird. Is Hillary going to be the leader of the rebels, like going against the consulate or whatever and trying to free the Aether or whatever the hell they're doing? I don't know. I mean, it depends on the results of the recount. I mean, it's very strange. Like, why would they put that on there? Is it just a joke because they're a bunch of liberal idiots and they let anything go at Wizards of the Coast? Or does it actually mean something to the storyline? Now, overall, I would say that Aether Revolt is going to do poorly just because it's such a small set. And I mean, it depends on your idea of do poorly. I'm excited about it because I already told my vendor I'm only ordering 2 cases of it. That's it. And it's almost all going to pre orders. I'm going to open and sell almost nothing. So that's like a 90% reduction in orders for us. So I'm not touching it price wise, except when I go to build and buy a deck, which now will cost almost nothing. So, assuming it's actually well designed, which, yeah, the last couple sets have been really well designed, I think it's going to be dirt cheap, but that means that every pack you open is going to be worth like $1.25 or something. You know, the EV is going to be terrible, but if that's just what you do, you crack packs, you win them at F&M, you open them, whatever, not a big deal. Totally doesn't affect you really. Now, if you're a seller, it's bad, and it really affects the single sellers, which could, back-to-back bad sets, just wipe them out. Just seriously, I mean, you can lose 5 digits worth of money overnight just by like 2 back-to-back bad sets. So that's not good. But hey, since I was smart enough to jump out of this one and pull the parachute, in fact, hey, there I am right there. See, parachuting. Whee! See if I can draw a parachute. What the hell those look like there? It's more of a parasail. There we go. I jump ship on this one. I am not touching this set, so the more of my competition that gets eliminated by over-ordering a garbage set with 184 cards, the better. But the good news for you is everywhere is going to be like $2. So, there's going to be the couple that shoot up and all that, and the prices will fluctuate. But in general, the set's going to be, I think, completely worthless. I mean, they would have to print like insane color fixing, which is very rare for the second and third, initially different blocks or sets in the block. So I don't see that coming. And the ones currently right now, the new like Scars of Mirrodin opposite lands, the inverse of what was printed in Scars of Mirrodin, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, those are like modern good as like a third-rate land. But with it being so utterly worthless, I mean, that just means you can build anything. You can afford any card. I mean, even right now, Panharmonicon even fell back down. That was like $11. Now it's like $2.50. I mean, that's crazy. Even older cards, some OGW BFZ stuff, some mythics that were just through the roof. World Breaker, it's like a $3-4 card now. That thing was like 30 or something. I mean, come on. So if even those got killed by the whole expedition thing, and now the masterpieces are subsidizing your cost of Aether Revolt, that's pretty cool. So realistically, it's going to do terrible in that it's going to be worth absolutely nothing. The EV is going to be a tragedy, but that's only looking at single sellers and investors. And you know that I don't really care about them. And this time around, I'm basically not a single seller for the set. So from a player standpoint and from a deck builder standpoint, it's great. I mean, that's going to be awesome. So whatever the mechanics are, hopefully they don't just design something completely just bombish, like something that nobody touches. That would suck. I could see them doing it. I think they're like over that. I mean, I always say Constellation, it never really took off. Like, it was popular, it was cool. It was like an ETB effect added to some of your cards, but it was so limiting and it just wasn't that powerful. It wasn't even like a second-rate deck. It was like a third-rate deck. I mean, I saw one guy trying to play Constellation at F&M, and he just couldn't win anything. So if they do something really weak with energy that nobody cares about, like, I don't know. I can't even think of what you could do with energy much more than they've already did. They did when you gain it, when you spend it, when, ETB gain it, and there's not much more they could do with it. So it could be a bad mechanic that would utterly kill the set. That would be really bad. Anything short of that, it's going to be very popular. People are going to want it, and it's going to cost not much. So I think that's great. Oh, and plus, I mean, the number one best feature, obviously, as I've just totally spoiled, sorry. I forgot to say spoiler alert, Chansey Wedge. I mean, come on, that alone makes the game worth playing. So look forward to that. It's only a couple weeks away from spoiler season here, so I'll see you guys next video.